Hello, everybody. I am Saint Polyglotta from Brazil, and I'm here with a special guest. Yeah, here we are going to interview a singer which is called Devin, and I'm so happy to see you over here. Thank you so much for joining us. Can you explain about yourself? What motivated you to take this step to participate in Dora this year? Was Eurovision always a dream for you? Can you explain me why motivate you to participate in Dora this year?
So for anyone who doesn't know, my name is Devin. I'm a singer, songwriter, actor, dancer, originally from Croatia. I'm Italian, Croatian, Canadian. I'm just a little bit of everything. And to answer your question, the reason why I decided to participate, or should I say, to send my song to Dora in hopes of getting picked this year, was truly coincidental. I mean, it was my mother's idea to just ask me, "Do I have a song that's ready?" And truth to the matter is, I didn't have a song ready for Dora, but did have a song that I envisioned to be a potential. So we did the song in less than 10 days. I think it was just 10 days before the last possible date to send it in, and it was just a deciding factor. It was like if we manage
Mm.
these 10 days, then we know we have a song that's ready. And what's really nice about it for me is the fact that the song was never made to be for Dora or for Eurovision. It doesn't have those cliches like let's give it a dance break, let's give it, it wasn't a song that was made for Eurovision. It's genuinely something that came out of me artistically with hopes of being the best possible song that it can be, and that it can be the most, deciding, or should I say, the most honest version of myself that I can be. In terms of Eurovision, I mean, Eurovision has been a dream in my life since I think since 2021, because a lot of people, they say, "Oh, I really want to go to Eurovision," but then when you ask them, "So what after Eurovision?" they kind of get lost. They're like, "Oh, I don't know. I didn't
Yeah.
think about that." But for me, Eurovision would be like this next step. So Dora would be step one. Eurovision would be step two. But in all honesty, for me, going to Eurovision would really just give me the opportunity to really kickstart my career. And I really want for that to be the next step, because I think my audience really deserves like the best possible thing that I can give them. And my followers have always been very vocal about me being a perfect fit for that platform. So I would genuinely just want to be able to represent my country and then to give my followers what they deserve.
Oh, that's incredible. I didn't know that. I'm so happy that your mother made this decision. So right now we are here talking about your song, your career. So I'm so happy to know about that. I'm happy because you are thinking about steps. For example, Dora is the first step, Eurovision the second step, and the third is what? A World Tour, something like that.
Well, a world tour would be huge, but I don't think we're gonna get to that level. But definitely, even if I don't get the chance to go to Eurovision this year, I've genuinely been blessed with a team that can make my vision come true. So after Dora, regardless of Eurovision, I'm definitely planning more music, a few
Yeah.
singles to start, and then definitely a smaller album. Because in the last 2 years, unfortunately, I've been restricted in the creation of my own art, so I couldn't release music as much as I wanted to. But that gave me a chance to really focus into what I want to do as an artist and the stories that I want to tell. So now I really have this back catalog of songs that I can't wait to release. And I think honestly, from Dora moving forward, I'll just be releasing much more music and performing as much as I can.
Oh, nice, nice. Oh my God, I think this is going to be amazing because I think a lot of artists don't think about the after Doro national final, and I'm so happy to know that you have something planned. Right now, we are going to talk about your inspiration. For example, your song Over Me has a very distinctive vibe. What was the main inspiration behind the lyrics and the sound of this track? Why you choose English and not Croatian or mix both together? Can you explain me?
Absolutely. So, in terms of like the whole sound of Over Me, it comes from an idea of me as an artist. I hate, well, I wouldn't say hate, but one thing that I do prefer in artistry is when you, as a singer or as a band, when you have a story, when you have a theme, a topic.
Yeah,
I mean, one of
absolutely.
my favorite of all times is Ghost. I don't know if you know Ghost, but they're a kind of like a rock alternative metal band,
Yeah.
uh, based in like the imagery of religion and everything, and they have a story. So for myself, I really wanted to give myself a story, inspired by bands like Ghosts, Sleep Token, Slipknot, and stuff like bands that have a topic to them. So I really chose this idea of like an ancient empire, like an empire that
Mm,
exists. I mean, being from Croatia, we've been under the Austro-Hungarian Empire for years in our past, and we have these beautiful cities filled with beautiful architecture of an empire that no longer exists. So, growing up in cities like Pula and Zagreb, I really just found inspiration from the things that I saw around me. And so, over me came from my two biggest loves, rock music and history. So I just combined something that you would think, Austria, and this
mhm.
wasn't done on purpose, but if you think Austria, you kind of think orchestral music, Vienna, beautiful,
Yeah.
like impactful, like operas. And then when you combine rock and metal with that, you just get this incredible combination of two very emotional genres. So
Mhm.
Over Me is kind of like the start of my story in that area, in that regard. In terms of lyrics, I mean, Over Me is a very sad song because it speaks about this individual who is put in a position where he's lost both in religion, in politics, in love, in his life. And he's asked, like, I almost say, will you sell your soul? Like, will you put that gold over yourself and risk losing everything that makes you human? So it's a conversation about, people like you and me and our neighbors, our friends, because we're living in this world that's so weird right now. And moving forward, the world is just going to get more and more cruel. It's going to get weirder. It's going to get scarier. And the overarching question is, are we being prepared right now for the future that we're going to go into? So, like, are we ready to face what's coming into the future? And I mean, obviously, for me, English it's one of my mother languages. It's the language of the world in one way.
Mhm.
And when I write, I really let the song come out as it has to be. I'm not a fan of writing lyrics in English and then translating them in Croatian or vice
Yeah,
versa.
it's not that good. I agree.
It's always difficult. I mean, it loses the point of the song. And I just told myself, you know what? Let the song come out as it should. And I mean, I wrote the original demo over 2 years ago, so it just came out in English because it had to be in English.
Yeah, well, that's incredible. But we are going to have a Croatian version in the future.
I don't see why not. Absolutely. There's definitely a lot of people who love to hear variations of a song. I already do have two versions of the song to release after Dora, so this is
Ah.
definitely not the only version of Over Me that you're getting. So I mean, why not? Let's make a Croatian version.
Oh my god, so we are going to have two different versions of this song. Oh my gosh, I cannot imagine. Oh my gosh, that's incredible. Nice. So, right now we are going to talk about Eurovision history. Eurovision has
Mhm.
such a massive history. Do you have an all-time favorite song from the contest?
Oh wow, that's the worst question that you can ask me. I
Yeah,
mean, Eurovision is the most beautiful the most beautiful show in terms of like the platform for music ever. So like one favorite song of all time, I mean I really don't. I think Eurovision is such a mood thing. Like it's really how you're feeling, that's what you listen to. Like when I'm
mhm.
feeling you, I don't know, I go to listen to Cha 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 by Karia. If I'm feeling I go to listen to Arcade by Duncan Lawrence. It's such a it's such a oh my gosh, I really don't know. Like I'll say my all-time favorite song is Di Tibuani by Måneskin because I got to see it live there, so it
Oh,
was just like wow, it's like the wow effect. But to really just sum up one song that I would define Eurovision for myself, oh my gosh. I mean, I don't know. I'll say, you know what? I'll say "Rise Like a Phoenix" by Conchita
Rise Like a
because
Phoenix. Oh, a
I
masterpiece.
mean but
Yeah.
that's the first Eurovision song that I ever heard. It was the first Eurovision that I got to see. I've told the story a million times in these last 2 weeks. I turned on my television in 2014. I was 13 years old. I didn't know what Eurovision was, and the first thing that I see is "Rise Like a Phoenix," And I remember just being like, what is going on? Like I'm getting goosebumps right now because it's taking me back. But it was such a wonderful introduction to the whole contest. So maybe that's not my favorite song, but it's definitely the song that makes me think about everything that Eurovision is for me in my life right now. And I mean, the bands like Rasmussen with Higher Ground, that's one of the songs that is in a way almost an inspiration for Over Me because of the military almost public, like the populace
Yeah,
effect.
the power, the rise, the pride. Yeah, I agree. I got it.
Yeah,
I got it. Yeah, that's incredible, amazing. I started to watch Eurovision in 2021, so Zitibone was my first winner, and I totally agree with you. It's a banger. It's an incredible song. So right now we are going to move into Croatian Pride. Croatia has sent some incredible entries lately among the songs that have represented your country or competed in Dora before. Is there one that is particularly special for you, your favorite? For example, last year I watched Dora. It was my favorite national, and I was rooting for Lelek, my soul of my soul. So this was incredible. They sang in English, and after that, in the final, they sang Croatian and English together. For you, what is your favorite song from Croatia in Eurovision, and of course in Dora? Can you explain me?
wow. Oh wow. Okay, so my favorite stuff. Wow, that's an even worse question to ask because
Yeah, but
Croatia
remember, we
has.
have Mary Magdalena, we have Rintin Tagdin.
Yes, I mean, listen, the thing is, Croatia is a small country, and whether we want it or not, I'm colleagues and friends with a lot of the artists, that are here. So I can't really be like, oh, that's my favorite song, because somebody else like, no, why didn't you pick my song? And obviously, it would be weird for me not to say like Albina or something like that, but um, oh my gosh, my favorite song that represented our country in the past. Oof, oof, oof. Okay, let me just
Okay,
rewind.
take your time,
Okay,
take your time.
okay, let me just say one thing.
Uh-huh.
One song that I definitely love from Dora in general, and I am a little bit biased because Damir is a friend, but I think Divlje Vjetre that won in 2020 and then did not get a chance to go to Eurovision is definitely a song that made me really feel inspired by everything that Dora is here on these
Oh,
on these parts. And another song that I really love is Lighthouse by Nina Kraljic.
Lighthouse. Oh, this is a banger. I love it.
And listen, I have to say this. I mean, the Croatian public has been so unfair to Nina during that year. First of all, she was sick in the final and she did amazing. I mean, Nina is a vocal powerhouse, but the way they talked about the dress, I said it in an interview a while back. I said, you guys were not ready for what that dress was. Like Nina and her team were 10 years ahead of
I had,
Croatia in
yeah,
that moment.
yeah.
So when she came back, everyone was just like, "Oh no, that dress was terrible. You chose where." I think Nina and her team were really just stepping up and doing things that Croatia has only recently been doing at Eurovision. So I'm very happy for her, and I'm very vocal about defending her. In terms of like a personal favorite, Dora. Oh wow, there's been so many good songs. I mean, one of my favorites of all time will always be Rim Tim Tagidim
Rintin
because
Tagdin.
Baby Lasagna, and I know that's a bit cliche lately, but Baby Lasagna in terms of performance is very much what I value as a singer, like just going on stage and
Dun,
doing
dun,
it,
dun.
not
The
being too.
rock vibe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, not being too performative, too isolated, not being too choreographed, just the raw performance of what music is. So yeah, I mean, so many good songs. Yeah, I mean, I would say Rim Tim
Rintin Tagdin.
Tagidim.
Nice, nice, nice. I totally agree. I love that dress from Nina. And of course, I know she was sick, but she was not that terrible. Okay. I love that song and I love that performance. Okay, so we were talking about the staging, retacting the stage, something like that. So we are all dying to know about the performance. Can you give us some hints or teasers? For example, should we expect something more emotion, energetic, or something surprising on stage?
Well, you know what? I'll tell you immediately. Over Me is an incredibly difficult song in terms
Yeah.
of like I don't know why I wrote it so like it's sometimes we when you make a song you write it and you're in the studio and you're having fun and everything and then you have to sing it live and you're like oh my god, like I'm staying with, oh my god, why did I write it the way I did? And then you have to go and do it on. I actually have my whole setup here. I've been practicing today, just trying to
Oh,
get
nice.
back into it. So in terms of staging, it's definitely going to reflect everything that you hear. You're going to see in a way.
Oh,
Unfortunately, I can't bring the orchestra because I would, but I can't. But
it would be incredible.
oh, that's for the if I ever do like a guest appearance at Sanremo, I would love to have the orchestra. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's definitely it's going to be visually it's going to be reflective a lot of what you hear. It's not going to just nothing is done by accident, and I think everything is very much planned to make it seem
Mm.
not almost like a theatrical play. You really get to feel the song in terms of visuals and not just in terms of sound.
Oh my god, so we are going to expect something like the music video? Because the music video is a banger, it's beautiful, amazing. The
Thank you so
clothes, the way you are looking to the cameras, I love all the things.
much.
So,
Yeah, that's kind of, I mean, the video has been the biggest inspiration in terms of everything. I've just wanted my entire life, I've wanted both of my visuals and like live performances to feel rich in terms of experience. One of the things that I can't stand as an artist is just when people are boring on stage, when they come, dressed in jeans and a shirt. Like, I hate you for doing that.
mhm.
Like, to give me what I want to see, give me the performance. So it's very much depending on the video.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, oh my gosh, I right now I'm curious to see the performance. Oh my gosh, I will be dreaming about it because it's one of my favorite songs. I think it's like my top two, of course. And
Thank you
I'm
so
so
much.
happy to be here talking to you as a Brazilian because I live in the South America, so it's so far away, and we are here talking about your song. How do you feel it?
No, I mean, listen, I just want to say thank you so much for the opportunity. Thank you for the kind words. I'm so glad you loved the song. It's such a blessing to be able to speak to people from around the world about this. But for me, I'm just as excited for like you because it's incredible to hear that someone likes your work and to be able to speak. So if it was up to me, I mean, I would talk about this with you all day long if we could.
Oh, so lovely. I like it.
An opportunity.
Okay, so as a Brazilian, you know that I'm from Brazil, and we have a huge Eurovision community over here. Are you familiar with any Brazilian artist, for example, some Brazilian music, bossa nova, samba? Do you listen
Oh
to
my,
any Brazilian singer?
of course. Well, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know any Brazilian artists by name, or maybe I do, but I just can't think of them at the top of my head. But I am very familiar in general with Latin American music because I mean I've spent a good portion of my life as a dancer. My first job as a dancer was actually in a Latin dance studio. So I did tours with them and did shows and everything. So I've been always influenced a little bit by everything from that area. And obviously, and I cannot stress this enough, my girlfriend, she's in love with Latin America. So every time I'm with her, she's always either influencing me with music, influencing me with art from that section of the world. And a visit is definitely planned. And obviously, you guys are huge fans of music in general. I know Latin America is incredibly in love with metal music as well. So I mean, one day a tour, I'm sure, absolutely. And then maybe we get to meet as well. I
Yeah, come to São Paulo, Brazil.
would
So
love
it would
to.
be definitely amazing. I would be there, of course. So thank you. Right now, we have the last question. A dream collaboration. If you could pick any artist in the world to do a feat or a collaboration with, who would it be and why?
Oh my gosh, that is, why are you hitting me with such, like, you need one answer and I could give you a dissertation of like
Yeah,
ten
but
10 people at
I
least.
love this. I love this
Um,
feeling. So go on.
yeah, yeah. So wow, a dream collaboration. I should have prepared these. I should have an answer for this, but I really don't because I think, as singers and as artists, we have so many people that we look up to, but you don't genuinely know who you would like to work with. Um, okay. So this is gonna be a little bit weird. because I have a lot of, like metal bands in my head, a lot of artists like in rock and stuff like that. And these are not artists that people usually know. So I could give you my cliche answer and tell you Black Veil Brides or
Black Brides.
I don't know, Bring Me the Horizon or Architects. Or I could give you something that's more personal and tell you, I don't know, Queen
Queen.
with the late Freddie Mercury, who's not with us anymore. But I'm gonna give you an artist that is very honest with me and like just very what I represent. And he's an artist that I fell in love with in terms of music when I was very, very young. So if I could choose in my own hypothetical world, I would choose to collaborate with Justin Bieber
Justin
when
Bieber.
when he was making music from 2012 to 2017. So that portion
Baby,
of life.
baby.
No, no, no. From like the sorry,
Okay,
the
okay.
as long as you
As
love
long
me,
as you
the
love
sorry,
me.
that
Sorry.
part
Okay,
when
okay, that part.
he
Okay,
was
okay.
the
I
biggest
got it.
pop star in the world, when he was the Justin Bieber, with the hair up and the eyes
Hmm.
like this.
Yeah.
That version of Justin made me fall in love with pop music and just like the the artist persona. Because in a way, for me, Justin was my Michael Jackson before I discovered Michael Jackson for who he
Hmm.
really was. So it's just like the star power, the attitude, the vocals. If I could go back in 2017, if I knew how to sing then, that would have been my perfect iconic duo.
That's an impressive choice. I was not expecting this. I was like
I
expecting, oh,
know.
Ghost, Rammstein, something like that.
No,
But
no, that's typical. That's typical.
nice, nice, nice. So, about the Dora, an artist for
Yes.
Dora that you would like to collaborate, do a featuring
From this year or in general?
in general, general.
Oof.
If you have
Wow, wow,
any
man.
favorite this year, you can say it and say
You're
this year and
killing
then less
me.
the other zone.
You're killing me with these questions,
Yeah, I know
honestly.
that. That's why I'm here.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so an artist that, well, I'm not gonna lie to you. For the longest time, I've really wanted to collaborate with Zevin
Devin,
because
oh.
I mean, firstly, our names are very similar. But one thing that I really like is the contrast in musical styles because I'm more dark and I don't know, dark and more operatic, so to speak, and she's more bubblegum energetic. So I think, in history, music has always combined the two styles that have always been different, and I think that would be a very, very interesting combination for sure. But yeah, I think that would be my collaboration. And obviously, I'm not gonna lie to you. I really hope one day I'm gonna get a chance to do something with Baby Lasagna. I would love to. I mean, why not?
Yeah,
Uh,
why not?
yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine here music or video music like you and Devin. Oh my gosh, she's so colorful and you are like dark. Oh my gosh, this is going to be incredible. It
it
would
would
be
it would
very
be
incredible.
chaotic, and I think it would be really good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, it's a great idea. A great idea. So before we go, the Brazilian Euro fans are very passionate, how I told you. Could you leave a special message for the fandom following you to Eurovision Brazil?
Absolutely, I would love to. Okay, so let me prepare.
Okay.
Mm, okay, I'm gonna do this like we're on TV. Hello to all the Eurovision fans from Brazil. My name is Devin, and I would just really, really want to tell you that I am so thankful, and I'm speaking in my name and the name of the entire Dora community here from Croatia. Thank you so much for following me and every one of us here. Thank you for all the support, and we really hope that eventually we're going to get the chance to come over to your side of the world and spread everything that makes Dora and Eurovision so special. Thank you so much for being with us, and I'm sending you a huge amount of love from Croatia.
Nice, nice. Thank you so much, Devin. We wish you the best of luck at Dora and, of course, Eurovision. We'll be sharing for you from across the ocean because we are so far away, but we are going to watch the Dora and sharing for you. So, to everyone watching, don't forget to follow Devin's journey. You can listen, re-listen, and listen again his music on Spotify, YouTube, and all platforms. Okay, so thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. It was so amazing. You are so funny, kind, and I really enjoy it. So see you the next time, David.
Thank you
Bye
so
bye.
much. It was a pleasure. It was really fun. And thank you once again for the opportunity. And hopefully, I mean, if I win and I go to Eurovision, I would love to repeat this with new questions and new tests in your in your questions about artists. So thank you so much for everything, and I'll see you soon.
Okay, so I will not here because if you win, because I want you to win, I will make another interview with you. Okay, so
Absolutely,
thank you
absolutely.
so much, Huvalapuno, and Dobrevece. I think it's afternoon for you or evening.
It's yeah, it's 6 o'clock, 6:30 here, but it's already dark. So
Yeah,
Dobroveče is
yeah.
perfect.
Here is like 2 p.m. So thank you so much, Huvalapuno and Dobrevece. Bye
Thank you
bye.
so much. See you soon. Bye
See
bye.
you soon.